Alright everybody, in this video, I'll be showing you how I've set up the army of video agents that are working for me 24 by 7. As you can see right now, this dashboard look like science fiction, but it is not. I'll be breaking down every single thing and how I set up my personal private video agents that are creating content for me 24 by 7 without paying a single dollar for VO3. Let me actually show you the kind of content I'm creating using my video agents, and I'll break it down. If you are a business owner, agency, content creator, and want to create mass content with your face, with your voice, or whatever it is for your business, for your offering, this is the video that you need to watch, okay? And I'll be breaking down this content. I'll be breaking down this agent, how it works, how to implement it, why this is the game changer and the future of content creation, where it will be a mix of you plus the AI. Okay, so let me actually show you, right? This is one of the videos that I've created.
People love to say you should be patient with low performers. Give them time, coach them, mentor them. No.
So basically, I created this for the different set of business. We'll talk about that someday later. But this is targeting high performer audience, right? So, anyways, what is happening, right? So right now, what is happening and how I came to this point where right now, when I try to create my video, first of all, I have to sit there manually, go to VO3 or whatever it is. Plus, if I want to, like automate it, I have to use VO3 API, and the costings, it's ridiculous, right? Right now, even if I use, right, the best of their standard model, it costs me like 40 to 50 cents per second. And my average video is 90 seconds, which is a minute and 30 seconds long, right? If I create a 90-second long video with VO3, right? And let's say I'm paying 40 cents per second per video, like it's ridiculous, right? Per video, it is costing me $36. Am I mad? Like, I'm not gonna pay that much, right? That's why I created this thing, right? And let me explain you how this video agent actually works, and it will blow your mind, right? I started this video agent literally yesterday, and it has already created 47 reels for me, right? For my business, for my content. It's even gonna publish it for them, and it does the entire editing, scripting, subtitle addition, upscaling it and everything, and voice cloning and every single thing, right? Without the mercy of the these big companies, and without paying these ridiculous API costs, right? And this is the future of content creation, right? So how does it work, right? I'll be showing you right now. Okay, so what's my workflow? What I do is I set up on Slack, okay, and as you can see, I keep chatting with it, right? I'll be showing you like how it is, but imagine this is just like how you would talk to Claude, but this is a invisible Claude running on my server. They call it headless Claude code CLIs that are running, and I just hooked it up with my Slack because I would like to do the content creation while I'm traveling or doing something else, while I'm in the gym or whatever it is, right? So the way it works is I first of all give it my competitors, right? Or the Instagram profile that I like to reverse engineer, because I like to avoid AI slop, right? That's first thing I do. Then I've so far created like 180 reels. It is ridiculous, and all of them, it is working, right? So right now I want you to go here, and I want to see, right now, if you see Obsidian, I'll explain what Obsidian is, but just for you now, Obsidian is a AI native note taking app, and it is free. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I'll be showing you how to set up Obsidian as well, connect it with your CLIs or your Gemini or your Claude, and directly work with it just like how I am, right? But for now, it's a native note taking app. Okay, now here's what I'm doing. This is ridiculous, right? So I told it to give me real ideas, and I read it, and whatever I like, I add it to Obsidian. Now check this out, right? I don't even need to go there, add the script, do all this, right? You see right now Obsidian has 0 pending jobs, because it has already, it has already worked on it. Right now, the local models are so powerful enough to create VO3 kind of lip sync videos, right? So I set it up on a cheap server, right? Using RunPod, and then I'm running that model and I'm just paying, like, what you saw the cost there. I'm paying 1/10 of that, and you were like, like 0.1% of that per reel, and that entire cost for like 1 year of content is crazy, right? Anyways, what is happening? You see zero pending. Now see what's gonna happen, right? You go to Slack, and it is giving me like actually, let me actually explain this, right? So what I'm gonna say, give me the next 15 more reel scripts, right? And then 15 more reel scripts, and then it's gonna say like, okay, right? As you can see, I have all these channels that I do ads, research, brainstorming, post, code review, business expense, and everything. I just put it here, right? So now what's gonna do, right? It's gonna give me more reel scripts, and I'll show you how it works, right? Now the moment it gives me, right? So imagine you are in your phone connected with Slack, and then it is giving you the scripts, right? Before I started this entire chat, right? I gave it my competitors, right? I gave it the usernames, or I gave it the people who I idealize, so that it kind of reverse engineers their hooks and their content strategy and everything, right? And based on that, it has been giving me real scripts, and so far it's like almost half of the year of content ready for me, right? And now it is doing more, right? So that's the thing. Now it's gonna write it, right? As you can see, this is gonna write it. What I'm gonna do, it's gonna give me the content, right? And I'm just gonna approve it, right? And when I'm gonna approve it, it's gonna automatically add it to Obsidian, my note-taking app. From my note-taking app, I'll be showing you live, don't you worry about that, right? From my note-taking app, automatically it's gonna go to Comfy UI. By the way, if you are just getting overwhelmed right now, accept it, because I've cracked this after months of tweaking and adjusting and back and forth trial and errors. I will give you the copy paste templates, copy paste, literally, right? You follow 6 steps, you copy me, you have this dashboard, and you have your video agents running for you. So just be with me, understand the foundation, everything will be simple, right? 47 reels are already created, that's pretty cool. Let's look at our dashboard, right? So it's gonna work on it, and then it's gonna give me the real scripts, right? Once it gives me the real scripts, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna approve it. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like. That's where your taste comes in, right? You can go back and forth. It remembers what you like, so that it will always try to give you things that you like. And then what's gonna happen is it's gonna add it to the note-taking app. Note-taking app automatically going to send it to your local model that is running on GPU, right? Right now the problem is videos are not. Let me actually explain this to you in a simple way. Okay, so videos are not like I'm creating like a minute and 30 seconds long videos, right? AI models are not capable enough to create videos these longs, okay? So what I did is I'm creating 20-second clips. That's where, if you see, there's a stitch model, right? So what it is doing, it is creating 20 seconds long, and it is stitching them, right? So 20-second, 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 another 20-second, another 15 seconds, and it covers my entire script. That's the best way. You do it yourself, it will take you hours. You have agents doing it. That's the thing. That's why I laugh at all these people flexing their OpenClaw dashboards, where they are burning money on tokens, where these kind of systems you need for your business, for content creation, and I'm not paying a single token cost here, right? My agents are there, my scripts are running, and then everything is happening, right? So that's the thing. Okay, now I got the real scripts, right? While I'm talking to you, let's read it through, and then I'll just show you, right? So let's just start it. We asked it for 15. It give me, nobody talks about high performance relationship with being misunderstood. I like that. It's like the hook, and I kind of I read things very fast, so that's why I like this. 182. Here's something about high performer that nobody talks about. They're making it up as they go. Nah, I don't like it. Let me tell you about high performance drive home. Nah, I don't like it. People love to say fake it till you make it. High performer here, there, and think I've been faking since. No, I don't like it. Here's somebody says loud, loud, high performer, most. Okay, so I'm gonna read it later. But for example, I'm gonna say add reel 181 and see what's gonna happen. Okay, Obsidian is 0 pending, right? It's gonna add it to Obsidian, and the worker, the agents will wake up, right? It will wake up, and will catch the new script and start working on it. What's gonna do, I'll explain, right? So once we get the confirmation, and then obviously what I generally do as I wake up, while I'm having my morning routine, I just ask it give me like 100 scripts and I just go through them, right? Saved 96 reel scripts in your vault right now. Now see what's gonna happen, right? You see, Obsidian will show now, because it will take it, right? Obsidian will get active as soon as it reads the script and will now start working on it, right now the structure is a comfy UI. That means my videos are getting created right now, right? And if I just refresh it, Obsidian will catch up, right? And it will be active. And then what's gonna do, it's gonna automatically, let me actually explain that to you, right? So that's the workflow. So workflow is, you're not there sitting on Chat GPT or Claude asking it and all that. You connect, you run headless CLIs. I'll be talking about this, right? So make sure you subscribe. How to do this: you're running invisible terminals and you're chatting with it through your appropriate messaging platform, Instagram, oh sorry, not Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, or whatever it is. And then let me just see if I gave it a right number. Yeah, that was a real 181, so that is correct. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, right? So that's how you do it. That's the future. That's the future of how things are gonna build any in real time, right? So now what it's gonna do, right? And as you can see, it has already created like a bunch of these reels, and it's gonna post it. But anyways, so what it did, what I just showed you, right? It's very, very powerful, and I want you to pay very close attention to this, okay? So what I just did, it's crazy. I connected headless CLIs, right? CLI is a command line interface where you install either Claude, either Gemini, or your own local models, okay? I'll be showing you how to set this up and everything. Then what happened, I hook it up with Slack, because I like it, because the way they arrange, like I have like my teams, like add research scripting and everything. Then I have Obsidian, right? Which is gonna basically take all my scripts, run it and everything, right? I have running it over here, right? And let me see if it has added here. Let me just check it. Yeah, it perfectly added there. So it adds it. Then I have these agents waking up every single time when a new Obsidian script is coming, right? Then what is happening, it is like dividing it so that it is sending it to these local video model. That is again, right? You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to have your own GPUs and everything. You can rent it. And they rent for, like, I'll tell you, the one I'm renting, I'm paying like 78 cents something per hour. Okay, join the school community. Okay, I'll be breaking down every single thing, right? More detail, copy paste templates for you to kind of copy, right? But that's the thing. Now what is happening behind the scenes, I have entire script running, right? Which is creating these videos, stitching them together, polishing it with the subtitles. I'm not doing that manually. Upscaling it so that the freckles and I mean those minute details does not look like fake, and like more realistic sound and everything. And another thing, before all this, there was this one big problem with VO3, right? So I mean, VO3 is out of the question, right? Like, I mean, Sora is already gone, right? And I want you to start thinking, the reason why I'm creating this video, I would not have created this video, and there's no the only incentive, right, and the only motivation for me to create this video is to show you that wake up to the reality. Because what's going to happen is more and more of these models right now, they're running on subsidy, right? They're subsidizing your cost and your usage by VC money. The moment this is going to dry up, which you're going to see more happening this week, later coming weeks and months, right? They're going to lock you, and you'll be forced to pay a ridiculous amount of money for credits and every single thing. And the thing is that's about it, that you're spending money, that's there. But right now you're spending time as well, right? For me to create a 47 reels in 24 hours span and like completely spending there, it is impossible for anyone to do it, right? That's where the army of agents, these are the use cases, and that's my goal with this channel, is to actually show you the real use cases of these agents, so you understand and you don't get into that BS. What, everyone, like, I just don't get why people are overhyped for these these agents. I get it, they automate your stuff, but let's focus on something that makes you money, right? That brings you customers, that brings your clients customers, that actually markets it. Because ultimately, as I always say, as we get deeper into this post agentic AI era, when everyone will be able to build their own softwares, and you're seeing there's a death of big legacy companies who are just who are just focusing on how cool their software is, because now anyone can create their own. But as we get deeper into this, we're gonna realize that marketing and distribution is everything, and I just want to share and my experience with marketing, right? So anyways, coming back to the point, right? Credits and doing it manually, right? That will take you anything. And then here, no agent, right? Everyone just hyped up these agents are doing something for you, right? Hey, nothing's like that, right? Hey, here's the thing, here's a simple thing, right? I'm running headless CLI, as I showed you, right? And I'm running scripts, right? What these scripts are doing, these scripts are taking things from my Obsidian, and then sending it to Comfy UI, where my local video model is running, right? My hair is getting messy. Okay. Anyways, it's sending to Comfy UI, which is running on my RunPod server, and which I'm paying 78 cents or whatever it is per hour, and then I run it for an hour. I run it for an hour, run it for a day. I pay like $19, and I just create like a year worth of content, which is ridiculous. I create a script, and that's why you don't have to do it. I'm gonna give it a copy paste template, so you just copy it, and it will just open the dashboard and open this thing for you. Anyways, so it's gonna stitch it. It's gonna clone your voice so that it sounds like you, and then it's gonna add the subtitles. It's gonna upskill it, and the reels will be created for you, ready, done, and dusted, right? So that's the thing. So that's the thing, and I'm doing it for the less than what you would have to pay for per reel that you're creating. Anyways, now what it is, right? So the reason I'm saying this, and coming back to my point, right? Eventually, what you're gonna see with Gemini or any open AI and everything, you need to start preparing and having local models. And I can't focus on this enough so much, that you have to start building and having your memory, right? Your memory, your context, your learnings, right? And your workflows online, offline, private, local. Because the moment the subsidization era is gonna get over, we already saw it, right? Like, what happened in 2015, right? Let's just answer, right? When Uber came on, right? It was literally cheaper to actually do Uber back in 2015, right? When they were just starting, and they won the market share, right? But what happened, in the new, you already saw it, right? So let me just cancel this. 1 second. Okay, so you get the point, right? So we need to avoid that, right? We learn, right? Someone who learns someone who learns from the failures and mistakes from past does not save itself from hurting, right? From the same problem, right? So anyways, you get the point, right? So local model. So this, I don't care. I create 100 videos. I'm just renting a server, right? So think of it like this, right? Instead of being a distributor, a retailer, right? Think about a business, right? I just see all this hype, and I say, this is all BS. They are getting, like, this is the shiny object syndrome, and I'm not gonna point that, we all have that as a human, but you need to understand that, okay, let's just come to basics, right? There's a wholesaler, there's a distributor, there's a retailer, and there is a consumer, right? That's you. Now, in AI, wholesalers are your AI models, right? The people who are actually, I would not say wholesaler. Let me actually explain this to you so that makes sense. There's a producer, right? Then there's a wholesaler, right? I mean, don't quote me on this. Like, I haven't studied economy, but I know a gist of it, right? The how things work over there in the offline shop. A product world. So there's a distributor, there's a retailer, and there's consumer, right? Now what is happening is, right now, this whole wholesaler and this producer part is getting open sourced, right? What open source means, that means the code is available, you have the server, you have the capacity, right, like to run it locally on your computer. You can do that. That's what those local video models that beats VO3, right, not just in costing as well, quality. You run it, you don't have it for now, you can get it, right, that server, but you don't want to invest, just pay like 70 cents an hour, rent it out using RunPod and all these services. I'll be showing you, like, in the school I break it down, everything. And then right now what is happening, there's this distributor is coming, there's this, your retailer is coming. So this 70 cents per hour is costing you 40 seconds, 40 cents per second. You see what is happening? And that is also based on a huge subsidization by VC money, right? And there it just, right, things happen slowly and then things happen suddenly, right? Like right now people are not realizing is how important it is to kind of privatize your workflows, keep your workflows local, so that you kind of own the system instead of renting it. Because when this subsidization, you saw what happened with Sora is gone, right? Why Sora is gone? Sora is gone for the same reason. They're losing ridiculous amount of money, hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're not able to justify that thing, and they have to unfortunately shut it down, right? Either they're going to shut it down or they're going to put pressure on you, increasing the pricing and everything. Now that will hurt your business workflows, right? If you ain't making money, if you ain't making that profit share, and eventually what's going to happen, you're going to see that later down the line, AI by these companies is going to be more expensive than actually hiring employees, right? I mean that on that sense, with like LLM sense, and people are going to realize their token cost is more than hiring a normal employee. So what's gonna happen, everyone is gonna root to that. So before that happens, I want you to prepare. I want you to prepare for the what I'm seeing that is upcoming. That's why I have all these things locally running. I own it, I control it, I don't pay it, I'm not paying per second, I'm not I'm not full, right? And then eventually, if you have your business, right, set it up like this, you are set up, because that you're having that margin, right? You're having that profit margin. This is running, right? Let me show you that again, right? This is running, right now the subtitle is active. As you see, everything is active. That means my subtitle agent is working, right? In an agent, people will call you and hype you with agent. It's just a script that is running without utilizing any token and without so this ain't OpenClaw. This is private, this is secure, right? And running on my computer 24/7, and taking my scripts, chunking it, upscaling it, chunking it, creating the video using local models without any APIs, upscaling it, and then giving me subtitles, and then giving me the videos, right? That is crazy unlock for business owners and content creators who want to constantly push out the content and new ideas, right? So I hope that makes sense. That's the future. And this is the kind of videos you are able to create. Let me show you.
You know what happens when you protect a low performer? You lose a high one.
And it was just my first reel, right? If I show you like my next reel, because the good thing is, as you can just right now see, my subtitle went from active to standby because he has done his job. Now he moved his job to upscaler, who's gonna upscale my video. And I started the video as a 47 reel, and already in last 20 minutes I already created one more reel for me, right? And I am creating videos for you, doing things that I feel that will bring more impact to the society and community. And I just want to share that, right? Nobody's going to talk about this. Everyone's going to talk about all this nonsense, and I'm just done with that. I get very irritated, right? Where where they talk about this hype and hoopless, right? Instead, let's talk simple math, okay? What is the way where you put in $1 and you make more than $1? That's a business. Simple. Let's do the math. You run these agents, you burn this ridiculous amount of tokens. Is that feasible for you if you're just a small business owner? And I understand the pain of small business owners after working with them from last 8 years, right? Nobody has thousands of dollars to waste, right? Instead, have a local model, pay 100th of that cost, 0.1% of that cost, have it, run it. That's what's going to give you token efficiency, margin efficiency, so that you can, again, scale more, scale faster, scale harder, right? So I'm having my agents doing all the work. If you want it, again, join the school community. I just wanted to bring my thought across, because I'm just pissed by all these shiny object syndrome. Ain't talking about all the use cases, but just hyping the shit up, right? Which I just don't like, and I'm sorry, for anything that if sorry if it all went super fast, because I sometimes, when I'm excited, when I'm pissed, all the same time I speak very fast, but you get the point, right? So anyways, you got it, you want it, join the Skool community, like the video, subscribe the YouTube channel, so that you get the, not the noise, the filtered out things that will help you grow your business, make more money, get more clients, serve your clients, have more impact, get more customers, get more views, get more traffic, get more users, scale your ads, get better at creatives, get better at copywriting, the basics, fundamental, because they haven't changed, right? I mean, we're doing the same thing since last almost a decade now, right? Anyways, if that makes sense, and see you in the next one. We're gonna go much deeper into CLIs and browsers and browser agents I'm working on, and then also check my other videos that are just mind-blowing. Sometimes I also try to give you ready-made agents so you don't have to do it. So all right, perfect. See ya, love you, talk to you soon, take care, bye.